Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the silver price prediction based on Elliott Wave Analysis. This is a deep analysis for the silver. We're gonna dive in the monthly for the cycles and we're gonna explain what we are looking for, what we might get later on, and also we're gonna dive in the micro level, of course, 1 hour 15-minute chart to see what we might expect tomorrow or today in the market opening. So we will start with the monthly here. We have two probabilities. Basically, we have a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, which is a leading diagonal wave 5 where we have hit perfectly our blue zone as a wave 5 as expected between the 0.7 and the 1 to 1 fib level, which is a very essential key level or as a transition to the next probability, which is, of course, a 1, 2, 1, 2, and a massive wave 3 to unfold toward the upside, and that means 1.618, $871 for the silver might be given, of course, in the next cycle. Not directly, of course, guys. We need to finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then having wave 4 here, and then wave 5 toward the upside. Meaning currently the $175 is very essential as a key level if the things will continue here as an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, and we touch the 175. That means, of course, it's a finished wave 3 here, because we cannot consider a wave 5 anymore longer than the wave 3 invalidation of the leading diagonal, leaving us with one probability here, which is a double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. So to be marked here is a key level $175, especially if you take, of course, the 9060s prices here. You have a 1, 2, guys. So this is a difference with an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can form a 1, 2, 1, 2. While if you take only the prices here as a zigzag, you cannot consider double 1, 2. You have to consider a leading diagonal in zigzag. So wave 1, ABC wave 3, ABC wave 5, hitting the target. We push very low for a wave 2, which is very, very deep. And this is, of course, the minimum requirement at $21, which is very, very far probability for all of us, meaning highest probability still, of course, for the wave 4 there as an impulse to finish a wave 3 and very likely to take the 175 in the next bull run. So this is regarding the cycles. If we move to the channeling here, for the channeling, we can see that the price position is still around the base channel and the acceleration channel here, ranging in a 1, 2, 3. And then we are looking at a wave 4, hitting and rejecting the base channel several times here, where we might see two probabilities, which we're going to see it much more clearer on the daily here. But a wave 4 correction, whether triangle or an ABC, can still be possible to reach the $60 or $59, hitting the 0.5 Fibonacci level, very far from the invalidation. And we might still see this wave 5 unfolding toward the upside to hit the upper line again for this acceleration channel, which it can be around the 168 and the $205. If you remark the $175 in the previous monthly analysis, where we saw the key levels, that it can be exactly there. So all what we need is to hit the middle box here, 175. Then we confirm that a major wave 3 is unfolding, and even if we drop down later on, which is expected anyway, but we got a signal for the next cycle that we're pushing even higher later on. So the next cycle, and this is very essential for the silver physical investors, we're talking about a long-term investment here. We're talking at least about 5 to 10 years investment if you buy silver physically. That is very interesting for you to watch the plan and the perspective for the prices in the next years, because this is what it might happen. We might be here in a 1, 2 and then 3, 4, 5 here to finish a major wave 3. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2 internally for wave 3, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 to finish the wave 3. in 2037, $378. Then we're gonna get a large wave 4, right? So you need to finish the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, hitting the base channel around the $200 or $180, and then pushing again for a 1,000 in 2033. This is in confluence with the gold as well. For the long-term investment, if you watch the analysis from yesterday, at the same year, we're going to have a 10,000 for the gold, while the silver might be at 1,000, which is actually 10 times much more profitable from the gold for the silver. That's very interesting. So, yeah, you need to know this information if you are, of course, gold physical investors. Now, of course, for later on, we're gonna get a large wave 4 and then a 5, but let's stay for the next 10 years, guys, and see what is the perspective. Of course, this is much more interested for the physical investors more than traders. The traders, you are interested in the next cycles here that it might be unfolding and then pushing wave 5. So we'll see what's going to happen. Let's move to the probabilities here for the daily. For the daily, we're looking, of course, for those three probabilities we were looking for. One of them is eliminated so far, where we were looking at three waves down and then pushing directly toward the upside. It was already our lowest probability, that because the timing given already at that time was very, very far. So I need to hit the time, not just the fib level, guys. Always the timing is very essential, and that's why I put it there. So that's why it was very low probability, and I was not so much convinced with it. And that's why I had the next probabilities, which is another ABC, meaning the three waves here is an A, B, and we're looking for wave C, which is still very likely to unfold here, especially with the last weekly candle here. Let's move inside it on the daily. You can see that this is a very likely 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 unfolding as an impulse wave C. Can still hit, of course, the 0.5 Fibonacci level, $58, $59, before we push for higher again, which is this probability there. So A, B, and a C is still the highest probability right now, despite that we didn't took the low. So the invalidation of the triangle is not given yet, because this is also very likely to happen, meaning it can be an A, B, C, D, and an E, and then pushing within this scenario here that it can be a large wave 5 again. So at the end, it's a correction, guys. We're still in a wave 4 here, and wave 5 might unfold to reach the 171, $210. Between those prices, we might reach our main key level 175, explained already in the monthly chart, which it can signal something pushing even for higher later on. Yep, so this is regarding the daily. And for the 2 hours chart here, we're gonna see also what do we have for tonight within the opening, of course, of the market, what we might expect. So basically, I'm looking for this following scenarios right now. The invalidation of the triangle is not given yet, so we still potentially in an A, B, C, D, and an E can still unfold there. But the weakness that we see in this last wave on the 1 hour chart suggests something much more deeper unfolding there, meaning a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No invalidation was taken there, and we're still looking for something for lower. As you can see, a large impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 might still unfold towards the downside to take the low, finishing, of course, this impulse as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 4 and a 5 is still there for the magenta, because don't forget that this is a wave C, guys. So wave B there, wave C 1, 2 in the magentas. This is whole of it is a wave 3, and then 4 and a 5 to reach, of course, the 55, 57, 58 dollars. So this is my range to finish up, of course, something there, and then starting to push toward the upside after a finished wave C, taking the low invalidation of triangle, meaning finishing ABC and then pushing for higher. This is the best scenario, I would say, and the highest probability that we have. Now, lately, we start to see some signal of strength, but I'm not surprised with it. We still here alternating a 1, 2, 3, and then wave 4 and a 5. So very likely even that the market can open in a very high price potentially hitting the $66 and then pushing toward the downside 1-to-1 fib level A, B, and a C, and then pushing for lower again. So this is a probability that the market can open today or tonight with an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, especially after getting a three waves corrective here. I'm still looking for a wave C, especially also that you have an impulse A, a B, and a C zigzag, and then pushing for a wave 5. So expect a little bit higher prices before we push lower again on Monday. We'll see how this is going to unfold. This is also the highest probability, guys, for the micro level. That was it for the silver, the deep analysis for the week. And thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.